Hi everyone, it's Gail here and wanted to do a short video for you because of how difficult it is out there right now. So today is February 13th, 2025. It is a full moon in Leo. I'm not a big astrologer fan, but I do follow it a little bit. And so this is a challenging time for us. Of course, we have everything else that's going on in the world that might be challenging you. So I want to give you some hope with this message. So for those of you who know me, you know I'm a nomad. I travel all over the world. And part of the work that I do is what's called grid work. So if you're not familiar with grid work, that's where someone like myself has the ability to channel energy into the land. And so I've been doing this work now for about 5 years, particularly all over the world, different places. I have been to several places in Europe, as well as the United Kingdom, all over the North and South American continent, and out in Hawaii. So I went to the island of Kauai in the Hawaiian Islands in July of last summer. And 2 days in, I got a very, very strong message about the land that was there. And so I want to share that with you. And if you're a light worker, this is really for you. And it doesn't matter whether you are a grid worker like me, you're an energy healer, you're a channeler, you work with people with energy, or you just know about the energy and so you are working with your own vibrational field on an ongoing basis. This message is for you too, because this message is to give you hope in terms of, well, we could say the shit show that's going on Earth right now, but actually, you always have to have a mess before you can clean it up. So if you ask anyone who declutters, they always say you have to take everything out the cupboard and start sorting it through and putting it back and getting rid of what you don't want. And that's kind of what we're doing right now on this planet. And so people are going to have different opinions on that. And I'm not giving any opinions on the political landscape because that's not my jam. But let's get back to Hawaii. So when I was in Hawaii, I was journaling. And so this is what I journaled, and it's really quite amazing. So as I sit on a chair on this ancient land, so just so you know, Hawaii and the whole grid from the northern part of Hawaii all the way down to the southern Polynesian Islands, that whole area there is known as the land of Mu, and it comes from the land of Lemuria. So while I was there, I was very connected to the idea that I had been there before. And this happens a lot with light workers when we travel to places. We often get glimpses and visions of previous lives, previous experiences. So there I was realizing that I was on this ancient land and that I had been called to land the light back into where I was. It wasn't that the light wasn't there before, it was. But what I was doing by my presence there was I was reigniting the light from the star realms with my own galactic connection. And my energetic imprinted memory of the land was helping me to be able to do that. So this grid work that I speak of is the purpose of it is to really lighten the energetic field that we're living in. And there are many people like me who are doing this work to kind of relight the land of Earth in a different way so that when we move forward, it's going to be very different. So I realized while I was there that I had lived there many times before, not just once. But I'd lived many lifetimes ago there as well, and always in community. And when I say in community, I mean with a group of people or beings that were working together in unity. where they lived as one, where they lived with the energy of love. And we were all in this community engaged in light work at that time in this same place on the grid in this particular realm. And at the time that we were there, that was really pioneering light work. It was a very, very, very long time ago, and we had been called there to do that work. Very similar to the star seeds who are here right now on Earth, and you may recognize that you are a star seed too. In a sense, many of us who did this work back then are back doing it again now because we chose to. So we have the memory within us of the light work we would have done before. And so then we're here to do the same kind of work. However, many of us are really struggling with the experience because it's so different from what we did before. When we did the work before, it was quite simple, it was rudimentary, and that's because at the time Mother Earth was evolving. She was very open and fertile for what we were bringing, and it was a golden age at that time, but it was the golden age of eons ago. Which if you've followed some of my work before, you'll know that we're leaving something called the Iron Age, the Kali Yuga in the Vedic tradition. And so now we're moving into the Golden Age again, but it's been 26,000 years since we've been there. So that's how much time has passed since then. And we're feeling the difference now that we're back here again on planet Earth. And, we have this concept that it's harder this time, and it might seem that way, but this channeling was about, well, we've forgotten about all the work and the learning that we've done from that time until now. Our souls have evolved over the last 26,000 years. So for many of us, we're ancient. We really are ancient souls, and we have all that wisdom within us, and that's held in the heart energy of your field. And so if you can tap into your heart, you're going to find the experience that you're going through right now much easier. And we all need to figure out how we can make this life easier for ourselves right now. So part of that is making sure that we let go of being attached or judgmental about the energy that we're in right now. We are in this soup that I would say is extremely crunchy in this paradigm. It's very challenging for most of us. It's hard to stay in the light. It's challenging to stay in your heart. And so we have to rise above that. We have to honor ourselves as the ancient beings of light that we are. And we have to really tap into the heart and know that we're here to bring forward what we came here to do. That's why we are here. So I don't want you to forget that in the light of being human in this particular experience that we're having right now on planet Earth. So it really helps to be in community with others. And so that's, really helpful for the mission, because let's not argue about it. This is a mission that we agreed to. We have to let go of the idea that we're alone and we're not supported, because we are. This mission is a joint effort with many beings on and off planet Earth. And, as light beings, light workers, we're scattered all over planet Earth because we're doing the work all over planet Earth. We're connecting and landing dots of light. We're planting light. We're reigniting light. And eventually what's going to happen is that all of these little dots of light, for sake of example, they look like a grid. And at some point, which don't ask me when that is yet, because I don't know, but that grid is going to light up and connect. And that is going to create the enlightenment moment for those who are here and wish to stay here and wish to move forward into this new energy field. And that's why you're doing the work that you're doing. It doesn't matter what it is that you're doing, as long as it's coming from the energy of the heart, from love, guidance through your soul, with a level of consciousness that you're here for the light, working with the light, bringing light. And if you don't like the word light, use love, because everybody understands what that means. And that is the energy of the heart. That is not coming from a pre-programmed viewpoint in your brain. It's coming from your spiritual essence, which is source, which is the all that is consciousness, and that is the frequency of love. So it doesn't matter how much bullshit's going on out there. If you can come back in here and tap in and know that you're not alone on the planet, you're one of many doing this beautiful love, light, energy work to create this grid that is going to be quite magical. So the line that they gave me at the end of this channeling was blessings to those who hear this message and feel it in their hearts. You are the chosen ones. Or should we say, you chose this, dear ones? So I know sometimes it can feel like we're alone. What's the point? There's so much, whatever you want to call it, going on out there. You cannot let that get to you. You need to stay the course. Your own vibrational field must be your top priority. And when you are dealing with others, it's about coming through what would love do? What is the heart? What would my soul want me to do? What would my higher self want me to do? How can I be love? And the light energy will flow through you, and people will feel that, and they will know, and that will change their lives too. So I hope that this has been interesting. For anyone who's new to this, please sign up for my newsletter. Please subscribe. Please like my videos. It really helps the channel. And just know that there's support for you if you are struggling through these difficult times. Please reach out, and we're all in this together. And so thank you so much for listening and watching, and I'm sending you tons and tons of love from my heart.